So you want to know the secret to getting cheap minis for your tabletop RPG games. Games like Warhammer or Dungeons and Dragons, well, you've come to the right place. Welcome back to the Fantasy Guild, and in this video I'm going to talk you through a few of the tricks that I've learned over collecting many minis for my games. So without further ado, let's get into the video. If you have stumbled upon this video, chances are you are aware of what plastic crack is. The addiction that cripples us all, whether it's Warhammer 40k or Age of Sigmar or minis for your Dungeons and Dragons campaign, there will always be a void within us that just constantly needs filled. And like most things, the price of this stuff can mount up to insane numbers. So I thought that I would put my spin on how I have collected some minis over the past few months for relatively cheap. I have watched all the YouTube videos, I have Googled continuously, and here are some of the suggestions that I have found that worked well. And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you a proven secret to getting cheap or free miniature models, so stick around. So first up we have eBay. eBay can be a little bit hit or miss. You never really know what you're buying unless it's from a really well reviewed seller. And part of the problem with eBay is there's so much, you have to search for a very specific model that you're looking for. And even though it is on eBay, sometimes you can get really lucky and get a really good bargain, but other times it's kind of just average price. I've got lucky before. I managed to pick up a start collecting kit for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, nearly a 50% off. So it's one of those things, it's always good just to be continually checking and see if you get lucky and you strike gold. The second option is the Facebook Marketplace. Now I know a lot of people don't really use Facebook anymore, but their marketplace is really underrated. You see, sometimes it's just parents or a partner who has stumbled upon some old models and has thought, hey, I need to clear some space, so let's get rid of this junk. And unknowingly they are selling a pot of gold to us addicts. That's the thing, sometimes there's a lot of people on there that are selling already kind of ransacked job lots, as we call them, which is essentially just a big box of models or bits. So they've already beat you to the punchline, taken the good stuff and is selling leftovers. So you have to be quite careful in terms of what you're looking for, what you're looking at, to try and see if it's an authentic kind of, hey, I don't know what this is, I'm putting it up because it takes up lots of space. Another thing is people often sell units or armies on the Facebook Marketplace just because it's slightly easier to communicate than eBay. So if you're looking to pick up an army for Warhammer or even just for a bunch of models of one faction in your D&D campaign, this is a great option. And finally, the reason why I'm making this video is I thought I would put this one to the test. The secret to getting cheap minis is one that is often talked about, but quite rarely we don't do it. Okay, as I said, I have put this to the test, and this week I have went out and tried this. Simply go to your local hobby store. Take a day trip, take a couple of hours, swing down, and you want to go in and build a relationship with them. I've been going to my local hobby store since I was a kid, but recently it has been more for painting, equipment, and more specifically Warhammer models. So I have the starts of a friendship there with the guy that owns it, and simply I went in and I asked, hey, look, have you ever sold any second-hand things? In which he said no. And I said, okay, well, if there ever comes up an opportunity to pick up some second-hand parts, specifically just things for kit bashing, could you let me know? And he turned around to me and he said, well, in fact, I do have a massive box upstairs of returns of things that have been broken or haven't been right, and people have returned them over the years and we can't resell them, and I just throw them in this box if you want to have a look through it. And of course I was like, yes, of course. I would love to have a quick browse. And he went and he got this box, and inside this box was a treasure trove of models from all different gaming companies. And one thing that I found, which I'll show you in just a second, was this unit of like Spriggans. I'm still relatively new to the Warhammer Age of Sigmar stuff, so correct me in the comments if I'm getting names and stuff wrong. I'm not going to try and pretend like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to these units. But in the series that we're currently doing on the channel, whatever you comment gets added into my fantasy world. We've been talking a lot about fae creatures and dryads. If and when I eventually get round to running either a one-shot or a campaign in this world, I really wanted to have something for them. So I found these models and I simply said, hey, look, I love these. How much would you want to charge? And he took a minute and he paused and he said, right, okay, well, they retail at about £30 for a brand new box. And in total there was 15 models, and he said, I'll give you them for £6, which was insane. It was mind-blowing. So I saved £24 on these models for 15 of them. So next time you're in your hobby store, try and have one of these conversations, and please let me know if you've ever had any experiences like this, or if you do try it, let me know how it goes. But guys, I hope this has helped. So thank you so much for watching. This has been the Fantasy Guild, and until next time, peace.